Hi, I'm Amanda. My story begins in 2011 at Western Illinois University. Before I go any further, I feel it's necessary to give a huge shout out to my two most favorite people, my parents. I wouldn't have made it to WIU without them, literally and figuratively. Gosh, they are adorable. Anyway, from the moment I stepped onto WIU's campus, I knew I wanted to get involved. My freshman year kicked off with me getting involved in WIU's housing organization, Interhall Council. I quickly went from becoming an interested freshman who just wanted to get involved to the council's programming committee chair. I began planning campus-wide residence hall programs with a committee of 10 other students. I started to know the ins and outs of the university, found an incredible support system of friends, and it helped open many more doors of leadership opportunities. One of those opportunities was becoming a resident assistant my sophomore year. I loved everything about the resident assistant role. I had an amazing floor of 40 women, who most I still keep in contact with today. Sophomore year was going great, but there was something holding me back from fully feeling connected at WIU. At the time, I was in a relationship for 4 years with my high school sweetheart. We went away to different colleges. From the start of freshman year, the relationship began a downward spiral. However, every ounce of me wanted to hold on to it as tight as I could, until it began holding me back from my student leadership roles. I decided it was best to part ways, as heartbreaking as it was. It wasn't a healthy relationship, and I knew I deserved better. It was my supervisor, mentor, and now one of my best friends that helped me realize I was in the right place, doing all the right things. I continued to strive as an RA, as well as an executive board member with the Caroline Grody chapter of NRHH. I was rehired as an RA my junior year. My junior year was a turning point for me as a student leader, academically within my major, and personally. I helped conduct training sessions for the incoming resident assistants and received a kindness award from the university. I had another great floor, and I felt even more connected to these residents. Academically, my grades were supporting my dream of becoming an occupational therapist as I was advancing to more difficult core classes. And I met the man of my dream who stuck by me for the last 3 years. Things were looking great. I continued on as an RA my senior year, and I began shadow hours to help meet those requirements for occupational therapy schools. After sending out my applications, I was feeling great. However, I slowly began to realize that after 4 years, occupational therapy might not be the path for me. However, I graduated Western suppressing those feelings and made it a day to remember. When I got home, those feelings didn't change, and I knew occupational therapy was not for me. I went back to the drawing board. While doing so, I babysat 3 little boys under the age of 5 that lived right next door. This gave me some time to reflect and research and to figure out another way I was going to fulfill my dream of wanting to help people. After talking to my former supervisor and mentor, she said to me, "Maybe this is a sign, and it's time that you start listening to what everyone told you. Start looking into student affairs programs, Amanda. I promise you'll do great." I decided to listen to her advice and stumbled upon Northern Illinois University's Adult and Higher Education program, and it seemed to be the right fit. So here I am today, in 17th grade. I have found an amazing support system, and I'm looking forward to what these next 2 years bring. It may have taken me a while to realize this was my passion, but I'm certainly glad I found it.